The Lady Razorbacks tipped off this morning, defeating the Missouri Tigers, holding their place in the SEC tournament. The 8th seed Razorbacks will move on to the quarterfinals, where they will face #1 South Carolina tomorrow morning at 11. This game will be streamed on SEC Network Plus. The Razorbacks will face Kansas in their next game this Saturday. We will see if the arena brings the Razorbacks the same luck. The Razorback softball team opened the Woo Pig Classic this afternoon. The Hogs started the weekend off strong with a 4-0 win against Iowa State. With the win, the Hogs are now 14-3. They will host Texas A&M and North Texas tomorrow, starting at 3. You can also catch these games on SEC Network Plus. Razorback softball was hot after their midweek win against Texas A&M Commerce. Up next, Arkansas is headed to Lexington, Kentucky to take on 12th-ranked Wildcats. Due to forecasted cold temperatures, tomorrow's baseball game at Baum-Walker Stadium will now start at 4. The 7th-ranked Razorbacks will host Auburn in their SEC opener. With victory over Auburn, the Razorbacks have a chance to extend their 10-game winning streak. And to get into the St. Patrick's Day spirit, the first 2,000 fans in attendance will receive a green snapback Arkansas baseball cap. Thanks, Cameron. The Razorback Spirit Squads have started their own diversity and inclusion committee called Every Hog. These Spirit Squad athletes have found it beneficial when learning more about their own teammates. Kennedy Morrison came from a diverse background growing up and wanted the same experience in her college education. Morrison says Arkansas stood out to her when deciding what college she wanted to go to.
Most other colleges that I did look at, everybody kind of looked the exact same, and on their spirit squads they all had a certain type that they were looking for, but here they really cared about what your skills were, what your personality was like, and how hardworking you were.
Her teammate Mary Jane McConnell says she has seen change since growing up as a Razorback fan.
Sure, I grew up in Arkansas, so I saw from the age of 3 years old the Palm squad, and they were all blonde. They all looked the same. And so it's really cool now being a part of it, just seeing how diverse our team is and how each person brings different skills that just help build the team up.
The Spirit Squad created a committee so people on the squad could experience different backgrounds. The members get to experience things like salsa dancing, tasting cultured foods from different restaurants, and highlighting their own teammates during specific months. McConnell says her coaches have done a great job exposing them to all different cultures.
Having Every Hog and having these committees that our coaches put on has really just allowed me to grow and gain knowledge and respect for not only people of every culture, but also my teammates that I may have not known certain things about them.
Morrison says she has appreciated the inclusion she has experienced on the Spirit Squad.
Diversity is so underspoken in most universities, so I'm very glad that our Spirit Squads do take it seriously and do put us in the spotlight for that month to talk about our backgrounds and stuff that we find important during Black History Month.
Morrison says she's excited to see the continuous growth and diversity over the next years. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Beth Haidet. Thanks, Cameron. That's right. I'm outside of Baum-Walker Stadium, where the players in the past have been taught to slow down the game mentally and are now being challenged to speed up the game physically.
DVH coming off win number 800 yesterday in the series opener. That's the Arkansas Razorbacks.
The SEC implemented a new pitch clock rule to start this season. The pitchers now have 20 seconds to get rid of the ball from the moment they receive it, and both feet have to be on the pitching mound. One Arkansas pitcher says he has less time to regroup before each pitch.
Before the rule, you wouldn't have to think about throwing a pitch on time. You could step off and, take a breath or do something like that. Now you can't.
The coaches are working to re-script their bullpens to practice the new adjustments. This new regulation just adds another worry to the pitchers on the mound.
I mean, there's a lot to process out there as a pitcher, especially a young guy. Who are the runners? Where are the runners? What am I trying to do to this guy at the plate? Is the guy at second base a base stealer?
Some coaches say the quickness of the game has a chance to impact their ability to not dwell on the chaos.
Good part about it is, if there is a positive, is it's forcing guys to move on from success or failure, whatever that may be.
With the rule being implemented for only 2 weeks, pitchers say it is hard to tell how much it will affect the season.
It's honestly so new that you can't really critique it, but you just have to kind of go with it.
At opening weekend, the Hogs experienced 15 violations in just 9 games. This past weekend, they experienced 1. The Hogs are going to do some adjusting this season. Reporting live for UATV, I'm Beth Haidet.